The number one album right now for Christian music on iTunes is AI.
Listen, AI is not a person, it's a thing.
I posted this on Threads, and it was interesting that I got all of these different perspectives. Some I expected, some unexpected, and it all comes down to what does a world look like with AI Christian music? Now, I'm making my thoughts on this as someone who's a worship leader and an artist specifically in the Christian music industry. I'm making this with the risk of seeming crazy to my peers, to people who may not really care about this, but I think this is an important conversation to have. So we've seen AI videos, like AI memes. We see AI integrated in social media. And as time progressed over the year, we started to see AI artists. And I had this thought like, man, like people are liking this. And a lot of people's perspective is as long as it sounds good, I'll listen to it. I'm like, this is definitely gonna bleed into Christian music. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's already started. This whole week, everybody has been talking about this AI artist. His music, people like his music so much that he's literally charting. I believe it's in iTunes, charting in iTunes. I don't think you realize that the fact that this is in the Christian genre opens up a whole world of different possibilities of what our industry is going to look like in the future. I think the next step is going to eventually get to worship music. And I think that's where things are going to get a little tricky. It's going to get a little tricky. There's going to be an AI worship song. It's going to be catchy. Music is going to be interesting. And people might be singing this at their churches. Now, these are my thoughts. I have so many different thoughts. I can't put them all into this video. But what I will say is, I think for entertainment purposes, I will say it might be okay for someone to create Christian pop, Christian R&B, all these different subgenres. But I think when it gets to worship music, I think it gets a little dicey because it's not just an uplifting message. It's supposed to come from a place of understanding scripture and pointing that back to Jesus. And I'm not saying that you can't write lyrics and then just have somebody else sing it. That happens all the time. But I think when you're prompting something to specifically sound like a typical worship song, that I feel like that makes it like fully artificial. But there's also another reality. I think because this is most likely inevitable that we will see AI worship music, I think this is an opportunity for Christian music in general to just come back to simplicity and authenticity. For the longest time in a lot of our worship music, I don't even know for how long, there's been this chase of wanting to perform and to compete and to recreate something that was someone else's authentic experience. I think AI is going to really push all of Christian music, all of worship music, really lean into the sound that the Lord wants us to come forth. And I think creatively too, it's going to push us. It's going to allow us to think, what makes us as individuals? Like, what makes Ryan as an emerging artist that feels called to this space, worship music, CCM music, music for the church? What is the sound that the Lord wants me to bring forth? And I've been really trying to be intentional about leaning in on that. And I think the rise of AI music is just going to push me to lean into that even more. Into the Lord. What are the different things I can lean into that you have called me to say, you've called me to sing, the different melodies, the messages that people need to hear from the gospel? Some things to think about. But what do y'all think? How do y'all feel about this? Let me know.